Okay, in this video, I'm going to take you through me adding some of my food and meals from today into Gyroscope via Food XRAY. And then we're also going to look at how you can measure the analysis then against the food targets in your reports page, and also some of the AI food coaching features we have in there as well. First of all, we're going to start here in your food tab. And the first thing you want to do is press that plus button on the top left-hand side of the tab. This is going to open up this page here where you can see you've got a few options here. You've got the in-app camera, which we're not going to use today, but it's pretty much the same process as using the cameras from your camera roll. And we've also got the barcode feature here, if you want to scan a barcode. You can also just add a caption if you don't have a photo or you don't want to add a photo. And then we've got the photo option here and the repeat meal feature underneath that, which we'll come back to in a minute. So I started the day at cafe called Coffee and Coconuts, actually called Zin. So what you can do here is you can add multiple photos at the same time. So I'm actually going to add these ones here. Then I'm also going to add these two here that I had later on. So we can add them all at the same time. This is quite a cool feature to see how it works. And then press add these 5 images. All right, now I can type in a caption if I want. I don't need to type in a caption, but I like to do that. It helps with accuracy. It can help clarify any missing ingredients that you can't see, hidden calories, that kind of thing. So watermelon juice, then press next. This was a chicken and Emmental chia batter sandwich with side salad and French dressing. Next, this was a black coffee. Then this was it was a 220 gram strip loin steak with herb sauce and fries. Next, I had a side salad with onions in there and French dressing again. Okay, now press done. And then please wait uploading. Okay, done adding food. Press that button. Now slide back here. Press your food photos at the top. Okay, as you can see, this is actually yesterday. So I'm going to press this arrow in the top right-hand side to get to today. And now I can press this button at the top. Analyze all 5 photos now with Food XRAY. So I'll press that. Now this can take a little while if you've got quite a few photos. So we'll just let it do its thing for a little while. Okay, once that's done, we can look at each analysis in turn if we like. For example, the chia batter bread, that looks pretty bang on to me. That's what I would probably estimate that as well if I was going to analyze it myself without actually going through databases. 38 grams of protein, 28 grams of fat, 58 grams of carbs. Hasn't got nearly as much fiber as I usually like to have in the morning, but yeah, like I said, that's what I felt like. So then we can scroll down and look at the analysis in a bit more detail as well. So we can see it's about 20% protein. So yeah, I'd like to probably usually get that to about 25 to 30% if we want it to be optimal. Fats and carbs looking pretty good. And then if we move along now, I can press this grades button. We can see I've got a grade B for this, which I think is pretty fair. This meal received a B grade due to its balanced combination of protein, carbs, and fats. It provided a good amount of protein from the chicken, fiber from the salad, and healthy fats from the Emmental cheese. Meals like this contribute positively to your overall health goals. Good assessment. And then we've got these 6 different areas that go into a bit more detail as well. So this calorie section is just showing me that it's a relatively high calorie meal. So that might be threatening to push me into a surplus if I, continue like this for the rest of the day. The processing meters about halfway up, which is probably about fair, but food processing is on a spectrum. And, what are we talking about here? Some bread, some cheese, both very processed foods, but not something that I think you need to worry about. They're not the ultra processed foods that most of us need to worry about unless we're eating lots of them. Muscle protein synthesis looks about right. If that had been about 30% protein, probably would have filled up that meter, but I'm happy with that. Hunger, just showing, my satiety levels. I would have thought if I had more fiber in there, maybe a bit more protein, I might have a slightly higher reading on the hunger and satiety meter. Vitamins, minerals, and phytonutrients. Phytonutrients being nutrients from plant-based foods or plant foods. Looks about right as well. There wasn't loads in there, but we had the salad, we had the watermelon juice, and the glucose stability is looking pretty good as well. Okay, next along from here, we can go to the food coach. So we press the coach button. This is where we can ask a couple of preemptive questions to the food coach, to the AI, to see how we can potentially improve this meal. So the first question is literally, how can I improve this meal? So let's press that one. So yeah, pretty good advice there. You know, swapping juice for actual whole fruit would have provided more fiber and potentially less sugar as well. But, you know, I wanted juice at the time, so that's absolutely fine. I'm happy with that. Maybe adding an egg to the salad as well would have helped get that protein percentage up from 20% to 30%. But I'm happy with this meal overall. Let's ask one more. How can I incorporate more high fiber foods into my meals? Okay, some pretty good advice there. So you can do this with every meal that you have. You can come back and forth and ask more questions as well. So let's come out of here, pressing that X button at the top. Okay, so now you can see your targets at the top, how well you're doing towards reaching them, if you've surpassed them. And we can see that I've got a bit of room with protein and calories, and I haven't eaten as much fiber as I would have liked to. So I'll probably have a good quality high fiber salad for dinner. But there was one more food item I wanted to add. That was a post-workout protein shake. So you can add this from the screen where we added the photos before, but I'm going to press at the bottom of the day section and then add or edit items, repeat food, then go to latest foods, scroll down, and I'm looking for plant protein shake. Repeat. Done. Okay, press that X button, and there we can see it's been added to my day. So we can see I'm on about 2,000 calories. Protein's been hit, which is brilliant. I've still got another 20 grams or so of fiber, so I'm not sure if I'm going to hit that today, but I'm going to do my best. But you can see how you can add your meals, and you can see in real time how well you're doing with your targets. And yeah, I hope this video helps you understand how you can use Food XRAY, you know, either as you go, or you can stock up your photos and do it all at the end of the day, do it all the next day, whatever works for you, really. And as soon as you've added any of these meals, they will be added to your repeat meals section. So you can always just go into those, go to your latest foods or foods eaten at a certain time, and you'll be able to add meals at the press of a button.